Kicking a drop punt is a major skill required for participation in the AFL. A player's ability to kick a ball well will set them apart from other players during games. For the younger ages, players will need to be trained how to properly perform the kicking action, and their individual technique will need to be monitored. The action of kicking a drop punt can be broken down into 5 smaller steps: the ball grip, the run up, the ball drop, the impact, and the follow through. The ball should be gripped with both hands along the seams. The bottom of the ball should be slightly tilted forwards towards the athlete's knees to open the angle of the sweet spot. The ball should be positioned to the dominant side of the athlete's midline, or on the kicking leg side. The player's run-up into a kick should be 2 to 3 steps at first, keeping the skill simple. The steps should be medium-sized for the athlete. The run-up should be at a slow pace, and the run-up should also be facing straight at the target. The athlete's non-dominant hand should come away from the ball and swing up and back to maintain balance at the same time the kicking foot starts swinging back to gather momentum. The dominant hand should stay on the ball until the kicking leg has started to swing through, and the ball drop should be straight onto the foot from hip height so as not to affect the impact on the foot and shank the kick.
The athlete's kicking foot should form a solid platform for the ball to connect with. The foot should be angled towards the ground, and the foot should stay flexed until the follow-through.
The follow-through should leave the athlete's toe pointing to the target. The follow-through should lift the athlete into the air. For longer kicks, the follow-through will be more powerful and will require more speed on the kick. A great way to increase the skills of a player who is still in the beginner or cognitive stage of kicking is to set them up with a partner and instruct them to perform a simple kick-to-kick drill. This can also be performed in lines. This drill focuses on basic technique. It gives the player time to complete the skill with no pressure, and it gives the athlete a chance to succeed. This success will lead to increased self-confidence. As athletes progress through the cognitive stage of kicking, the skill will become easier for them to perform and will require less thought and effort to produce. This is the associative stage, which means kicking the ball becomes an easy task and the most amount of work will need to be put in to increase the skill further. To increase an athlete's skills further once they have advanced to the associative stage, longer kicks with longer run-ups and more penetration are necessary. Set up longer drills such as the center square switch drill. This drill focuses on the player's ability to hit a target in a game-based environment with no defenders. This drill is set up with 4 cones, one on each of the points of the square. 2 balls will start on diagonally opposite cones and the balls will be kicked along the straight side of the square in a clockwise direction. The third and final level of a skill is the autonomous level. At this level, an athlete will be very efficient at kicking and will be able to perform a perfect drop punt with little to no effort at all. At this level, athletes must train in game-based scenarios with pressure and some degree of difficulty to the skill they must perform. At the autonomous skill level, the best way for an athlete to progress is to put them in match simulations. One of these game-based drills is a variation of the earlier mentioned kick-to-kick. One player will place the ball on the ground and will give themselves a 5-meter gap between themselves and the ball. The player will run towards and gather the ball at a quick pace. Then the athlete will kick the ball to the other player who will be between 30 and 40 meters away. Similar to this, the ball can also be thrown into the air and to simulate a high handball or a marking contest. The player will catch the ball, take a couple of steps, and deliver the ball to the player at the other end. Similar to this, the ball can also be thrown into the air and to simulate a high handball or a marking contest. The player will catch the ball, take a couple of steps, and deliver the ball to the player at the other end.